and welcome. I'm Cheryl. Thanks for joining me today. You've come to Your Journey Yoga, and it is just that. It is your journey, so remember that as we move through and recognize that you bring with you how you've slept and what you've had to eat and your mood and the smile on your face. So don't judge, don't criticize. Just be present right here and let your journey flow. So your practice, every day is different. So that's one of the beautiful things about yoga, and sometimes can be one of the frustrating things, is that you have this expectation in your head of what it's supposed to be today, of what you anticipate it to be. Let that go. Okay, clear your head, be present right here. We're gonna just slowly kind of move through the body and get rid of tension and tightness and let the breath flow. Wonderful for circulation, wonderful to get rid of negative energy, beautiful at promoting posture and positive energy. So with those intentions, let go of expectations, okay? Let it just flow. All right, guys, so at the top of the mat, we're gonna give a big shoulder roll. We're going to turn the palms towards the front of the room. We're going to pull those arms back just a bit. Lengthening and reaching, spreading your fingers wide. So as you open your chest, feel how that opens and allows you to breathe even deeper. Breathe. Now rotate palms to the sky. Big circle of those arms overhead. And as you exhale, pull the elbows towards one another. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Draw those elbows back and down. Still really big through those fingertips, through the palms. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, lower the arms, pull them back. This time, take your gaze to the sky. Now rotate your palms behind you so they're facing the back wall. Roll those shoulders back. Breathe. Rotate palms to the sky. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale again, pull those elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Open your chest. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center. Find a focal point out in front of you and shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes are going to go straight back. So we're not lifting super high, but we're engaging those glutes and the hamstrings and absolutely those core muscles. Now, if it feels right to you, extend those arms out and tip forward a little bit. So not a ton. Draw the elbows and knee towards one another. A little hollow through the chest. Extend it out, reach. Circle the arms to the back, pull the knee forward. Take a hold of the shin just below your knee and pull that knee in nice and tight. Breathe. Slowly release. Big circle of those arms back and out in front. Again, pull the knee in, draw the elbows in, hollow your tummy and chest. Inhale, reach it out. Circle the arms around behind, pull that knee in, hands to the shin just below your knee. Stand tall, draw those shoulders down and away, balancing a beautiful core strengthening exercise. And gently release, right foot down, big shoulder roll up and back, turn the palms to the front, inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center, shift your weight to your right foot, left toes straight back. Just a little tip forward, activating the glutes and that hamstring on that left side. Solid, rooted into the earth through that right foot. Now if you like, extend the arms and hinge a little deeper. Not a lot, just a little. As you inhale, draw the elbows and the knee in, a little hollow through the tummy and chest. Exhale, extend it out. Circle the arms back as you stand tall, hands to the shin just below your knee. Pull that in nice and tight. So notice if one side is a little more challenging to balance than the other. Practice makes perfect, you guys. Once again, releasing, extend, reach it out. Hollow tummy and chest, draw the knee and the elbows towards one another. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, circle the arms back as you pull the knee forward, stand tall, hands to your shin just below your knee. Pull it in nice and tight. Core staying strong. Shoulders down and away. And gently release. Pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, release your hands to the tops of the knees, fingertips pointing inward. We come down into a little squat, like a chair pose. Take a big breath in and press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, tuck your chin, little tuck in the tailbone. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, gaze to the sky. So we're activating those quadriceps, hollow as you exhale. Our standing cat and cow, wonderful at working out kinks throughout the spine. Letting go of tension in the neck, one more big breath each direction. And we're starting to fire up through those big muscles, building some heat. And we inhale it back to a neutral spine, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. And just relax the weight of the upper body down. Head is heavy, face is soft, soft bend in the knees. We bring the hands to the elbows and hold on, and then just gently sway side to side. Doesn't matter how fast or how slow, just whatever feels good to you. So we're working to let go of that tension in the lower back, the shoulders, the neck. Sometimes we carry more than other days. Just do your best to let go of whatever's there. Any of that negative energy, let it go. Come back to center and relax the arms. Core is strong. Softly bend those knees to allow the hands to come to the floor. And we're going to center that left hand out in front of us, palm pressing into the mat. Now notice if you need to bend your knees a little bit more, bend those knees. If you can straighten those legs, and let's rotate the body and extend. Right arm to the sky. So not only are we getting this wonderful hamstring stretch, but we're getting this trunk rotation. So we're promoting flexibility in the spine. And we're pressing that left hand into the mat and lifting out of that right shoulder. So you're getting some strength through the shoulders and the upper back. Now let's circle that right arm around behind you. Circle the back of your waist as far as you can. And see if you can get a little more shoulder roll back with that right shoulder. We're working balance here as well. Releasing and extending that right arm to the sky. Slowly release it down. Right hand takes the place of the left. Notice if you need to bend your knees or you can straighten them a little bit more. We want to firmly plant that right hand into the mat as we rotate and extend. Left arm to the sky. Reaching up. Feel that extension, that lift out of the shoulders, up through the fingertips. Find that breath, slow it down. Now as you exhale, circle that left arm around behind your back. Forearm along the small of the back and see if you can get a little more rotation through that left shoulder. Breathe. Quiet that breath. Once again, extending that left arm to the sky. Slowly release that left hand down. Relax the weight of the upper body. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Core is strong. Crocodile down, elbows right by the ribs. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. As we come into our downward facing dog, feel free to move the hands, the feet, to find that proper place for good positioning for your body. Hands are shoulder width apart, feet are hip width. Inhaling to high plank. So I find this is a great way to help get you in proper alignment. Here in our plank, shoulders are right over those fingertips. Core is strong, feet are still hip width apart. Now as you exhale, just lift the hips. Shouldn't need to move the hands or the feet much, if at all. Inhale it back to plank. Exhale it back to down dog, and let's do that one more time. So just as we transition between these two poses, we're warming up through the shoulders, promoting flexibility in the shoulders and the hips. Let's do one more. And as you exhale back to down dog, hold. And we bend that right knee. Left heel presses towards the floor. Switch sides, left knee bends, right heel down. Head's heavy, face is soft. We inhale up to the balls of the feet.
Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. Shifting your weight to your left foot, we're going to keep those hips square and extend right leg straight back. Now that left heel sinks towards the mat. Can you feel that great stretch down the back of that left leg? The calf, the hamstring, add a flex of that right foot. Now we're going to keep those hips as square as we can and lift that right leg as high as you can. Now you're not going to lift it as high as you typically would with those hips opening. So be mindful of those hips staying square. And as you exhale, sweep your right foot through. Back knee down if you like, otherwise knee stays off. We lift our arms, coming up to a crescent lunge. If you like that back knee down, knee to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. Otherwise, knee is off. Circle the arms forward, around behind, all the way up tall. And as you exhale, turn to the right. Open your arms out to a T. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward, reach it out. Find where the wall and ceiling meet. Long diagonal line, all the way down the back of the body. Now sweep those arms forward, but keep the chest just where it is. Palms to this floor, and spread those fingers, reaching back to flight. Find your breath. Rotate palms to the sky, reach it all the way up as you hinge all the way back up. Exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. Now this time, go ahead and open up your hips. Add a flex of that right foot and a bend of that right knee. Go ahead and open it up. If you like, come down onto that left forearm. If it feels good to you, press through that right palm. Guide your weight back towards that left heel. Long stretch down the back of that left leg. Extending right leg to the sky and slowly releasing it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push up if you like. To down dog. You know we love those optional push-ups. If you haven't fallen in love with them yet, you will. We bend the right knee, left heel presses towards the floor. Lift those sit bones high. Switch sides, left knee bends, right heel down. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels sink. And we shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes straight back. Square your hips. Pressing that right heel into the mat. Feel that long stretch. Now, really important to keep those hips square. Add a flex to that left foot and lift that left leg as high as you can without opening those hips. Holy intensification. Can you feel it? As you exhale, sweep your left foot through. Back knee down if you like, otherwise knee is off. We lift those arms to a crescent lunge. Shoulders soft. Breathe. Find that breath, sink in. Again, if you're on that back knee, top of the foot's on the floor as well, and we're allowing those hips to be heavy. Knee is off. Give that back heel a little press. Circle the arms forward, around behind, all the way up tall. And as you exhale, turn to the left. Open those arms out to a T. Lengthen and reach through your fingertips. Shoulders down and away from the ears. How's your breath? Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Long diagonal line, all the way down the back of the body. Shoulders are soft, but we're strong through that core. Circling the arms back to flight, palms facing towards the floor. Spread your fingers and reach. Activating through that upper and middle back. Strengthening even more through the core. Endurance for those legs, that isometric hold for those legs, so great at getting stronger. Rotate palms to the sky, lift the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky and go ahead and open up those hips. Add a flex of that left foot and a bend of that left knee. Draw your heel towards your bottom. And if you like, come down onto that right forearm. Now press through that left palm. Guide your weight back towards that left heel. My calves need love today, evidently. So just be mindful of what's going on with you. Things that are challenging, things that are easy. Extending left leg to the sky and slowly releasing it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, great opportunity to grab a drink of water or inhale it to high plank. Let's slow things down. Toes or knees, crocodile. So as we crocodile down, the elbows bend, our hips are not sagging. We are staying strong through the shoulders, through the belly, through the arms. Now at your lowest crocodile, shoulders are no lower than your elbows. Let's rise, slow and steady. Breathe. And lift your hips to down dog. And let's sway those hips side to side. Catch your breath. Full big inhales and exhales. We come back to center. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And as you exhale, left arm down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, lean in and reach. Feel that extension through your fingertips. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. We take our gaze out in front of those left toes. Now we're going to go ahead and open up those hips. So you should feel this great stretch down the back of the left leg, maybe through the front of that right leg, and this balance. So if you have a ton of weight on your hands, can you shift some of that weight out of your hands and back into that left foot? If you're like, nope, I'm good where I am, stay right there. Maybe you can come up to the pads of your fingers. As you inhale, bend that left knee, draw that right foot just behind your left ankle and come into a tight little squat now, only as far as your knee is willing to go. And then as you exhale, extend and draw your nose towards your knee. Again, inhale. So we're going to shift our weight to our heel, and maybe can you lift your toes? And then exhale, extend. So we are firing up that left leg. Inhale, sink it low. Exhale and extend. We're going to do that one more time. Can you still lift those left toes? Inhale it back down. So as that weight shifted into the heel, that ensures that we're really firing up the hamstring and the glute. Now take your gaze out in front of those left toes if it's not already. Breathe. Now if you have an adventurous spirit and are feeling pretty steady, we're going to bring one hand to the ankle and the other. So maybe it's just one today. Maybe it's neither one. And we just focus on that hamstring stretch. That is perfectly fine. I want you to feel all the muscles in the foot and the leg working. Releasing your hands and slowly release the leg. And release and forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, right hand towards the floor, left arm leans in and reach to the sky. Inhale, both arms come up. Standing lateral flexion. Exhale, other side. Left arm down, right arm high. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, circle the arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Roll those shoulders, open the chest, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your arms as high as you can get them without leaning forward. Breathe. Activating the upper back.
opening the chest, stretching through the front of the shoulders. Slowly release the hands down. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, arch it back. Gaze to the sky. Little back bend. Inhale it up. Release your hands, big shoulder roll to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Now sending your hands out in front of that right foot. Left toes to the sky. So get it, again, opening up those hips. Just getting that leg just as high as you can get it. Core is strong. Our gaze is forward out towards the front of the tops of the toes on that right foot. And just notice where your weight is. Do you have a lot of weight in your hands? A little bit of weight in your hands? Can you come up to the pads of the fingers? How about that left foot? Is it just kind of hanging out? How about you point the toes? Or even better, extend and reach to the balls of your feet, spreading those toes. It's a little different than we did on the other side. If it feels better, just find that place. Shift your weight to your heel, and as you inhale, bend that right knee. Draw the left foot just behind that right heel, coming into that tight little squat. And then exhale, press and extend to the sky. Inhale, draw it in, tight little tuck. Be nice to your knee. Exhale and extend, work it to the sky. Inhale, draw it in. Can you lift those right toes? If you're like, nope, I'm working at my max, just make sure that max isn't too far and the body is in agreement. Inhaling it down. Exhaling it in, extend. We're going to do one more. Inhale, draw it in. Tight little tuck. Exhale and extend. Now keep that full extension. Again, those hips can open. What feels better to you? A pointed foot? A flexed foot? Or maybe reaching out through the ball of the foot, spreading your toes. So we're going to transition this into a balancing pose if it feels right to you. Otherwise, just focus on that hamstring stretch, calf stretch. Our focus is out in front of those right toes. We shift up onto the pads of the fingers. If it feels right to you, bring one hand to your ankle. If you like, pull. How high can you get that left leg? Can you feel all of the muscles in that right foot, leg, ankle working? I certainly can. Core is strong to help keep us balanced, and that focal point is such a wonderful tool. Releasing the hands, slowly release that left leg, and release and forward fold. Thank goodness we only have two legs, eh? Inhale it up to monkey. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, circle the arms around, draw that right knee in. Remember this one? Standing up nice and tall. This actually feels pretty darn good. Great release for that lower back, for those hip flexors. Super challenging for that left leg. You probably feel those little muscles in your bum. And gently release. Shift to the right foot. Lift the left knee. Pull it in nice and tight. Roll those shoulders back. Breathe. So we're really working that gluteus medius. Wonderful. Supporting a postural muscle. Such an important piece for our gait, for our posture, for our balance. Gently release. Come out. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk super hop to high plank. Crocodile down, toes or knees. Press it through, up dog. And let's sit it back to child's pose. Extending the arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels. Forehead towards the mat. Find your breath. Now we're going to inhale, lifting just enough to sweep that right arm through. Reaching out underneath that left arm, palm to the floor. We're going to walk those fingertips out as far as we can walk them. And we're going to relax the weight of our body onto that right shoulder. Now that left elbow can stay softly bent, or if you like a little more stretch,
Extend through those fingertips. Reach out towards the front of top of your mat as far as you're able. And then just do your best to release the weight of the body down. Let gravity do the work. Just breathe. And inhale, lift just enough to release that right arm. Extend it out. Now we take that left hand and we reach it underneath. Palm stays to the mat and we walk those fingertips out as far as we can walk. We turn our head so that the left side of our head is just resting on the mat. Now that right elbow can be softly bent, those eyes softly closed. If you'd like that deeper stretch, do that down that right side of your body. Extend and reach to those right fingertips. Now, if for whatever reason your shoulder is not digging this, adjust. We want to let gravity do all the work here for us. We're not in struggle mode. So if you're in struggle mode, find that modification. Come out of it a little bit. You want to find that place where you can literally just sink. Without judgment, no criticism, we are where we are. And remember, it's a journey. And it's yours. We inhale, lifting just enough to pull that left arm back through and extend it back out to child's pose. Find your breath. And let's inhale, walking those hands back towards us, coming up to a tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core is nice and strong. We're going to extend that right leg straight back the back. And we're going to tuck our toes so that the ball of the foot is pressing into the mat. Now, can you feel that extension through the leg? Can you feel the activation in your quadricep? Now, core is going to be really strong, and if you like, lift your left knee. Breathe. Now, we're going to sweep that left foot underneath us and come to the outside edge of that left foot. Now, you can stay right here, working to keep those hips as square as you can, facing the floor. Feel what your body is doing. Can you feel that resistance, that strength in those obliques? Now, if it feels right to you, rotate, place the instep or the arch of that right foot to the mat and extend right arm to the sky. And then slowly open that right leg or right arm out to the side. Breathe. So your bottom might want to sit back and down a little bit. We're going to do our best to lift that right hip towards the sky. Now slowly lift that right arm. Slowly release it back. Keeping those hips, squaring them to the mat. Come back up onto the ball of that right foot. Pull the left knee back in. Place the left knee down. And draw it back into tabletop. That was kind of cool, eh? Breathe. Now we extend that left leg straight back. Breathe. Core is strong. Now we're going to press through that left ball of the foot and lift that right knee. Breathe. Now holding here, strengthening through the shoulders, the arms, the core, the legs. So we've got whole body working. Now let's extend that right leg out underneath us, outside edge of that foot, resting on the earth, and we work to square those hips. It's challenging. They may not square all the way. Just really rotating that left hip down and pulling that right hip up. If you like, slowly begin to rotate and extend left arm to the sky and coming onto the arch of that left foot. Breathe. Now we can stay reaching to the sky or allow that left arm to open out to the side. Find your breath. Inhale, lift that left arm back to the sky. Slowly release that left hand back down. Square those hips as best you can. Now we pull that right knee back in. We're on the ball of that left foot. Release the right knee. Pull the left knee in and sit it back to child's pose. Now let's go ahead and walk our hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around and slide on down to the top of your mat. Extending the legs out long, we're going to cross that right foot above the left knee, sitting up nice and tall and allowing that right knee to just open out to the side. Keeping the length in the spine.
keeping that core engaged. Bring the hands around behind you and go ahead and lean back a little bit. And we're gonna draw that left foot in. Now, as you press through the palms of the hands, we wanna make sure that we haven't lost our neck. There's this tendency to kind of sink into the back. We wanna lengthen and press through the palms of the hands to keep that spine nice and long all the way up through the neck, all the way up through the crown of the head. So you should start to feel this in that right hip. If this is where you want to stay, that's awesome. If you'd like a little deeper stretch, slide your bottom forward, walk your hands up. It does not matter which direction your fingertips are facing. What matters is you still have a neck. What matters is that you are not at a level 10 of intensity for that stretch for the hip. Find your breath. Are your knees happy? Is your lower back happy? We're trying to make it even happier. So if it is fighting against you, back up to the point where it's not fighting anymore. And breathe. Now let's slide the bottom back, and we're gonna slide that left foot out, wrapping the crook of the elbow around the outside edge of your foot and around the outside edge of your knee. And we're gonna pull that knee in nice and tight. Now you can choose to stay just where you were. Again, lifting through the crown of the head, shoulders down and away. You feel that in that right hip? Feels really good. I need that. And breathe. Now, if you like, we're going to engage those core muscles by leaning back just a little bit. You do not have to. If this sends your lower back into not feeling super great, better to stay up tall and focus on your posture and that stretch to the hip. So we're multitasking here, guys. We're getting a lot of stuff done. If you like, this is going to kick in those hip flexors as well as those lower abs a little bit more. We lift that left leg. If you're like, this is awesome, I love this, bring on the challenges. Extend that left leg and flex your foot. And you might feel some different nuances going on through the core of the different muscles that need to kick in. Now that leg can stay low, because the lower and the longer the leg, the heavier the lever, right? But we can add a little more intensity, only if you like. We lift the leg. Oh, you feel the difference in your abs? And lower the leg. Lift the leg. Lower the leg. 2 more. Lift the leg. Nice. Lower the leg. 1 more. Lift the leg and lower the leg. That fires up the quad. Pull the knee in. Rock it forward. Release that right leg and extend. Keeping that right leg crossed. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Now, if that puts too much pressure on that left leg, go ahead and bring that right foot to the inside. Otherwise, keep that foot on and relax the weight of your head. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Now we're going to keep that right foot crossed, only we're going to place that right foot to the outside of your left leg. We're going to cross and reach around that left elbow to take a hold of that right knee. Right arm extends out, lift it high, and circle it around. Bring your hand behind you to the floor, lift and lengthen, and then slowly take your gaze out over that right shoulder. As we lift to the crown of the head, we want to create space between each of the vertebrae. So really important piece to keep that length before you rotate, so that if you do have any bone on bone, not great, guys. So if it doesn't feel good, don't twist too far. Don't twist at all if you're not supposed to. But by lifting, we create space and then we twist. So you need that space in order to get that healthy twist. Breathe. A little tuck of the chin towards that right collarbone. How's your breath? Lift your gaze, reach it back, circle that arm up and over, and release. We extend the right leg out, left foot comes in, and we're gonna cross that left foot above the right knee. So ankle to the outside of the knee, and again, we sit up nice and tall. So just checking in. How do you feel here? Left hip tighter than the right, not as tight. Find your breath. We bring the hands around behind us, and we pull that right foot in. So you can pull it in a little, you can pull it in a lot. Fingertips might be facing your bottom, they might be out. So it's whatever feels right to you. I want you to focus on the length of your spine, and I want you to focus on that left hip, okay? If other things come into focus, why is that? Is there tightness? Is there pain? If it's pain, guys, back off, okay? So if it's tightness, be like, wow, okay, we're supposed to be focusing on the hip, but I feel this in my lower back. Be nice, okay? So we want to find that place where we're kind of 6, 7, 8 on the intensity scale so that we can still focus on the breath. Feels good to you? Lift your bottom, slide it forward. So you notice we give ourselves a little bit of time before intensifying. We want to give the body a chance to realize we are not going to ask more of it than it's ready to give. Do you still have a neck or have you sunk in? Find your neck. If your bottom is floating off of your mat, you're a little too deep, guys. We want to feel that connection of the sit bones to the mat. So we're checking in. How do you feel? Should we stay right here? Close our eyes and focus on our breath? Or does it feel right to maybe slide your bottom back a little bit? Wrap the crook of the elbows around the outside edge of your foot and outside edge of your knee. Still sitting up nice and tall. So as we pull that shin in towards your chest, that's going to get a deeper stretch into your hip. Now always, typically, not always, but most of the time, you're going to find that one side holds more resistance and more negative energy than the other side. Totally normal, you guys. Just notice what that is, and maybe you need to spend a little extra time on one side versus the other. Maybe you need to breathe a little deeper. We've got that core action going on if you want to bring it, leaning back a little bit. How does the lower back respond to that lean back? If it's not great, come back up. Okay, so now we're going to add in that right leg, only if you like, otherwise keep that foot down. We lift that right leg. How does that feel? Easier? Harder? Not happening today? It's all good, guys. Remember, it's your journey, right? Now, if you like, extend the leg, flex your foot. So high quadriceps, hip flexors, lower abs. Now you can stay right here again. So remember, long lever, close to the floor. It's pretty heavy. If you like, lift the leg, lower the leg, lift the leg, and lower. This is a little more challenging on this side for me. Lift the leg, lower the leg. 2 more times. Lift and lower. Shaky's good, you guys. Are you still getting that hip stretch? Lift and lower. Draw the knee in. Place that right foot to the floor. Release that left foot and slowly extend that right leg. Sit up nice and tall. Reach to the sky. Now again, that left foot can be above the knee or you can take it to the inside of the thigh. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. So if by having that foot crossed over that right knee pushes too much pressure behind the knee, please, please, please shift that left foot to the inside of the leg. Inhale, reaching out. Sit up nice and tall. Now release that left sole of the foot to the floor along the outside of your leg. Extend and reach that right arm around, pulling that left knee in nice and tight. Add a flex to that right foot. Reach out with that left hand. Lift high. Again, that length in the spine. We want to create as much space between each of the vertebrae as we can. Circle that left hand around behind you. Hand to the floor. Sit up tall. And slowly take your gaze out over that back shoulder. Breathe. So rotation in the spine, guys. Such a great key component for wringing out tension and stress, for keeping that spine young and flexible. Core strength. You might notice the strength in the upper back, as that's what's promoting posture, right? Core strength and posterior chain, super key components. With that little tuck of the chin towards that left collarbone, just getting a nice stretch down that right side of the neck. Inhale, extend left arm out, circle it up and over, releasing and extend. Reach to the sky, flex your feet, lengthen and hinge it forward. Release your hands, relax the weight of your head, forward fold. Amazing. The lengthening the hamstrings and calves, releasing tension in that lower back. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. Close your eyes, core strong. Slowly lower yourself back. Just as slow as you possibly can. And relax. Bring the hands to your tummy. One hand just below your belly button. One just below your sternum. Relax your feet out. And breathe. We draw one knee in towards the chest, and then the other. Hands to the shins just below your knees. Pull them in nice and tight and just gently rock side to side. We come back to center, extending right arm out to a T, releasing that left hand and allowing those knees to pull out and away from you to create a 90-degree bend with the legs. Taking that left hand to the outside of the right knee, gently guide both knees to the left. Allow those knees to just gently fall towards the floor. Now work to roll that right shoulder back and pull that left shoulder towards the mat. Turn your gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Have your knees pulled apart. If they have, that's just an indication that you're a little tight through your back. See if you can't draw those knees towards one another. Don't force things to happen that aren't ready to, though. We want this to feel really good. Releasing that left hand, core strong. Use those obliques to pull those knees back to center. Knees are bent to 90. Now that left arm extends out. Right hand crosses to the outside of the left knee, and we're going to gently guide both knees to the right. That little bit of resistance, because gravity will just pull them right over. Working those core muscles. Now as those knees come to rest, really work to open up the chest and draw both shoulder blades towards the mat. And turn your gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes and just relax. Never wanting to stress out the body. We are working to remove stress. Remove negative energy. Negative energy blocks positive energy from moving through us freely. So as we remove those blockages, that positive energy, healing energy moves through your body, mending, healing, strengthening, doing its very best to make you the best version of you, the healthiest version of you that it can. Releasing that right hand, slowly we roll it back. Use those oblique muscles to draw those knees back up. Now bringing the soles of the feet together, outside edge of your foot to the mat. Allow those knees to open out nice and wide, resting the hands to your hips. Close your eyes and breathe. Now you are welcome to stay right here. If you find you are more comfortable with your legs extended out in corpse pose, hands resting on your tummy, or palms turned open to the sky with your arms down by your sides, we just want to find a comfortable place. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's on your tummy or up in a seated position. I want you to find a place where your body's in agreement, where your mind can be quiet, and your heart open. Eyes softly closed, breath flowing slow and steady. Through each breath, we find forgiveness, we find strength, we find love. Let your breath guide you deeper inside to a peaceful place. Visualize this place. Maybe your favorite room in your home, a vacation spot that you've come to know and love. Perhaps just some place that you've seen in a dream, anywhere at all. But it just looks like the best place in the world. allow ourselves to become a part of this place. Aware of all the details. The mind, the body, the spirit, at ease, calm, quiet. Here we find forgiveness for old past hurts. We find a lightness and a new energy. We find a sense of peace and balance within us and around us. Feel a sense of joy from the heart and the mind. Grateful for this journey today. Grateful for each and every day. We allow that breath to flow, remaining quiet and calm for just a few more moments. And as you're ready, beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes, deepening your breath, bringing your awareness back to the world around you. Can you feel the calm? That quiet energy within? That sense of peace you found. Bring it back with you as you stretch your limbs and gently draw the knees in towards the chest. Either rocking up or rolling to one side and using the arms to help you up to find a seated position that feels right to you. Sit tall, rest your hands comfortably, close your eyes and breathe. And as we bring our practice to a close, I offer you a few words that you are always welcome to take with you or just let them float on by. Each day is yours to make it up of what you will. Go big. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, thumbs to heart center. Awesome job, you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day, choosing me to be part of your day. I appreciate it more than you know, and I hope you have an amazing rest of it. Take care of yourselves, and like I said, today is yours, so make it, whatever it is, the biggest and best for you and those around you. Stay healthy, stay kind, be well. Until the next time, namaste.